Good night, Sports Frenzy family. Good night, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, Levon, and with me tonight I have Wally, and I'll be joined by Ken Zer shortly, and later on also by Demo. We'll be talking about some track and field, and then we'll touch on some cricket later on, some Caribbean Premier League action that has started off with a bang. But wow, a day of track and field that some of us expected, some never expected in terms of winner and in also the time. So today we saw Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce running a smart yet spectacular time of 10.60. I mean, it was Superman. And if you look at her overall form throughout this 100 meter, it was the best I've seen her since that 10.63, to be honest. In terms of a start, then hold her form right through. And it was a good race from her overall. And I'm just so happy to be, as I keep on telling people, appreciate these athletes right now. You're witnessing greatness, just appreciate greatness, and let us just put aside our personal bias. I know that some might favor this athlete, some might favor the next athlete, but come on, man. It's not a case as if this one is American, that one is let's say an English athlete or from another country. Both of them are Jamaican. So let's learn to appreciate greatness when we see greatness in front of us. Um, with that being said, she ran 10.60, and as I said, it was one of her best races I've seen her run. And Wally, what do you make of from Shelly-Ann race overall?
I think the adjective you used to describe the race, the performance. It was an exceptional race by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a superb race. And you one of the things that jumped out to me is what you mentioned. Usually by about the 50-55 meter mark, you see the after she gets the bullet start, you see the crowd, the field, those who have the quality start to close on her. She literally held up to about the 75-80 meter mark. And when I saw that, that is when I said ET is definitely not going to catch her.
All right, Wally, you're kind of breaking up. Start out the connection and return, boss.
To me, that is her.
All right, Wally, start out the connection and return, boss. Kims, we
Yes,
spoke
sir.
about it. I believe it was last night that since Shelly has run that 10.63, she has gone 10.73 and hasn't gone lower than that. She has run 10.73, I believe, twice and 10.74 on one occasion. Overall, what do you make of her performance? Because people know that you're a big Elaine supporter, you know, and some of them have you as a anti Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. What you thought of her?
So this is the best start I actually get since 2008. That's me personally, right? That's the best start I see her get. You know, other times you see bullet start, but not this. This start was. Remember the start where Johan did get the time when we are saying pick, similar to that. Shelly got a start that, as I said, I've never seen since 2008, and you know, as you rightly said, you know, she never tighten up, she never lose form. 60, 70, 80 meters, she's still pumping high knees, arms and legs combination, and you know, she just ran a great race. She ran a better race than Elaine. She was. I really can't really speak to preparation. The only thing I can say, you know, I just think on the day today, Shelly was the better athlete. You know, when I analyze, because I watch a race probably like 5 times, when I analyze Elaine's race, there's a lot of things I see wrong. First of all, the start was bad, but the drive face wasn't long. The
Poor
drive
drive
face
race
wasn't
as
long.
well.
Poor, because what happened?
Poor.
Shelly start beat her. When she see Shelly shut out, you know, no, all our mechanics gone. So drive face, cause you know drive face, you get up in your drive face. She get up in her drive face probably 20 meters. So no, that's not Elaine, right? And then now, if you look closer to the end, around 70, 75, she start lose form and start swing all over the place. That's not Elaine, right? But at the end of the day, we don't really want to talk about Elaine now because she another person in the spotlight right now, right? Shelly
Yeah,
are
man,
the one
we'll touch
who,
on her a little later on, but
yeah.
for the time
But
being,
right
Shelly.
now, yeah, right now, Shelly, Shelly are the one, and you can see that Shelly want this race because a lot of how fans stay. Once Shelly a win, Shelly will say. Once Iliana win, Iliana will say. So, Shelly was here. These athletes hear the chatter, right? Shelly was here in the chatter, boy. From she run 10-6, she can run 10-6 again, and all of that kind of stuff. So I am really glad that, she really come out and prove say it wasn't a fluke. Because I was one of the persons that was say, boy, she can't run 10-6 again. I even said it last night. I said I don't think she can run 10-6 ever again. I think 10-7 is our, and a lot of persons were saying that she peaked too early. And I want to talk about that peaking thing. I've spoken to professional athletes. Them tell me say nothing no name peak. Like it's not peak. Like they train, they run a certain time, then go back, then reload, and then come for a certain time again. Because the reason why there's no peak, right? When would you say alien peak? Give me an alien peak this season.
9.71.
Huh?
10 you
What you
mean?
say?
10 you mean?
Oh,
Sorry, the
10, 10.
10.71. The 10.71 is
That,
when I would say, okay,
that's why
she
that's the
hit it
alien
now.
peak. All
Yeah.
right. All right. But, and I'm telling you, Alien right now, even 10.5 for other persons that say, she can't go faster than that, but Alien can go faster than that. But in this thing, one thing I'd say about Shelly race, right? One thing I'd say about Shelly race, what around, and I think she can actually go a little bit faster, right? I think she can get around 10.58, 10.57, right? Because if you look towards the end of the race, our head start come back. Like, like when you grab for the finish line, that's what she was doing, right? So, you fix up those little mechanics and so, and she can definitely go faster. So, it's great. It's great competition. We have another Diamond League on the 28th when they're running the 100 meters again. So, and also I think in terms of mentality, I think Shelly was there over Ilian. Because I think Ilian was on the same mentality as well to say, well, Shelly can run 10-6. Shelly can, if me run this time, me I go win. I think she was of that mentality. She came in a little bit complacent, and then as I tell you before, when she see Shelly get out, because that's the best start since 2008. When she see Shelly get out, it's like she just turn an idiot. But congrats to Shelly, new PB, but me have to throw in this. Right now we are in the 10.5 club. You need to join the 10.5 club. 10.6 is no more.
All right. Ryan, I'm not going to ask you the same question that I asked Wally and Kim. So what I'm going to ask you is that I saw a lot of Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce fans saying that, oh, Shelly is tired after she ran the 10.73 at the Olympics and when she ran the 10.73 at Eugene. A lot of her fans were saying that she's tired and all of that. No, as Shelly defeated that argument, since she has gone on to run 10.60 today, does she defeat that argument that her fans were making for her that she's tired?
You don't run 10.7, nothing, 10.7, nothing, I'm tired. That's not, I mean, we understand that people running 10.6 now, and we are even here criticizing Iliad running 10.64, saying that her race was all over the place. So I'm saying this to say that you don't run those times and you're tired. I mean, I can understand where they're coming from. However, they got like 2 weeks off the Olympic, and she basically run back her Olympic time. So
No.
I
It was from the Olympics that they have been making that case, that she's tired, and I'm saying that that she ran the 10.63 at the National Stadium, so she has
yeah.
put us at that high. So
No, I
they're
don't think
using
it's
that as a
anything.
benchmark. They're using it as a benchmark to say she's tired. That's why she can't get back to the
I
10.
don't think any tiredness was there because everybody, she and Elaine and Sharika and all of them have the same workload. So I don't think Shelly had any overload in terms of that. I just think that's her 10.7 is her standard running. 10.7, low 10.7 is her standard is her standard time, I should say. She will do 10 points, odd 10.6 here and there now and again, as we are seeing now. But if it is that she had run 10.8 or 10.9, then you could say, hold on, something off here. But 10.7 something, no, I don't think so.
Let me also add to that, Levon. Let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is, the real and true
The
thing.
person that
The
garnered the
thing
most points.
the thing is that the fans really and truly want an excuse. Like, I could be honest, right? Because when Shelly was beating, when Shelly was winning and doing all kind of stuff, and I put out, nobody was telling me about she's 34. No one was telling me that she have a lot of miles. Nobody was saying that. As soon as Ilian start take over now and start run supreme, I hear that Shelly 34, boy. Oh, you expect she to do this? She's jet lag, she tired and so, right? And then now
Kems,
But Kems, if
yeah,
we're gonna be honest here now, every time one of them win, the other set of fans come with an excuse. If we were to be
well,
honest,
there was
because today it was Alien fans' day to make excuses, even
what
though
was the excuse today?
Alien ran 10.64, That is not a baby time. That is like what, the fourth or fifth fastest time ever.
What
And
no,
was
but
what was
think about it though, Ryan. I get what Alien fans are saying, because at the end of the day, the thing is that, as I said, you see when a person set a benchmark for themselves, and especially knowing what the condition at the track was today, because she had a positive 1.7 meters per second wind behind her now, pushing them forward.
no, basically what I'm saying is that I am not going to criticize Alien for this race. I just think Shelly executed better on the day. They are two world-class athletes. They are the two best 100-meter runners in the world right now, and no one again they will beat each other. It's just the reality.
So
But
the answer to my question that I asked, does she defeat her own fans' argument?
yeah, I said yes.
Say no more. Anthony Henry is saying that once you win the Diamond League final, you win the trophy, irrespective of the points. No, boss, not no go so.
No,
It's who get the
no,
most
no,
points
nothing like that.
the
Nothing
season.
like that. That is absolutely
But
wrong. If that was the
hold,
case,
hold on.
then if that was the case, there would be no need to give points throughout the season. That would make
he's,
the
he's trying to
season
he's trying to say
redundant.
that the points are to qualify for the finals. Nothing like that, Anthony.
No, 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 no,
Also,
no.
it must be said that this Diamond League wasn't a point. Nobody getting a point to this, right? So just to make people know, nobody getting a point to this. Shelly is behind
That check the time
Talu.
the rules changed last year.
Talu is leading the 100-meter Diamond League. So Shelly would have to obviously beat Talu come Saturday in order to get the Diamond League trophy, which I think she will do. But I don't know who tell
All
Anthony
right,
that
so
piece
hold
of
on a second. So
information.
actually, it's correct. The rule changed last year. It changed. As I said, it's some stupid rules that have come in. It has changed that they qualify for the final, and the person that wins the final is actually one that is crowned the Diamond League winner of that season in respective event. I said it is. Go again?
Oh, that makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Just like I
When
think
when was that? When was that rule change? When was that rule change?
2019, 2020, I believe it was.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, man. Pretty I just checked it, man. But
So here is what they said, right? How does someone becomes the Diamond League champion? So athletes earn points at different in order to qualify for the finals. In their discipline, the finals over 2 days in Zurich from the 8th to the 9th of September. The winner in each discipline at the final is awarded a Diamond League trophy and 30,000 prize. 30,000 US dollars in prize money.
okay,
Is that
still don't make any sense. Just like this one that I'm about to point out, Ryan. If you look at the jumps, right? I think it's one of the most nonsensical rules that they came in with. That all right. For the first 5 rounds, let's say we're looking at the triple jump. So I jump, say
Yeah. I was watching Saturday. I was wondering.
all right, so let me put it across. Say I jump a 15.40 meters in the qualification round, and you jump, say, at 14.7. Move on. So 3 of us qualify for the finals now, right? Well, not really for the finals, but a jump off for who actually win the event. I know that the final round, which will be the 6th round, a 3-person progress to that. Now you look at it, and we're going to that round. Remember that I jumped 15.4 from the earlier rounds, You know that if you come into that final jump off and you jump say 14-9 and I jump 14-8, you will be the one that will actually be crowned the winner of the event.
Hold on. So
Because
yeah,
they
we know that one.
seclude the final from the other rounds.
No,
Yeah, man,
but
it's basically wipe off what you do from the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah, but Levon is not different from the track event, you know. I can run 9-7 just like in 2015. Gatlin ran 9-7 in the semi-final, but he ran a slower time in the final. It's just a matter.
no,
It's
what
just
is
a. It's just.
different. It's
Or is
different,
it
man.
different?
Remember that it's six runs normally happen right through it for all athletes, you know. Now what they do is that they have 5 for all athletes now, and the top 3 from those 5 jumps in the Diamond League, those top 3 will progress to a jump off. The jump off now, whoever jump the best during that jump off will be crowned the winner. I'm saying it makes no sense.
I know what Wally is saying. Wally
No,
is basically using the same parallel of when you run 2 rounds at in an event.
exactly.
I get that, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does because remember, you know, it is your you are supposed to manage the rounds leading up to the final. So you are supposed to gauge your jump just like how in track and field, in track rather, you use the minimum effort to qualify to the final. It makes no sense for you to be running 9-7s, 9-8s in the semi-final, leaving you nothing to replicate that sort of performance in the final. So similarly with the jumps, what you do is
look at it from my standpoint, right? Where I said it doesn't really make any sense, that they should let all athletes just jump through the 6 rounds. All right, let's say I'm there. I'm trying to build up a momentum. So first up, I might jump at 14.2. Next round I jump at 14.3. Then next round I jump at 14.2. However, you in the final round is leading with a 15.4, and I'm probably in 8th position with a 14.2. And I just do some bumps in the final round and just jump past your 15.4. That's what makes we as fans get up off the edge of our seats, you know. That's what gives us thrills. Then you just know that the top 3 who might not be the best in the field are the one that actually progress to the final jump off.
no, but look at the
To be honest with you, I don't have a problem with this version. I don't really have an issue with it, to be honest.
I don't think it made much sense to me personally.
But the Diamond League part now, where the that part I don't agree with.
I have a question about the Diamond League producer. Is it that them win? Is it like? Let's see what I'm trying to explain. Is it that like them win a Diamond League? Say for example, who have the most points, right? It's like, do they get a trophy for that, and then them go a final and get another trophy?
No. What I say? Who has the most points at the
Who has the most points
they get a
qualifying for the finals? That's it.
No, so they don't get a trophy.
So the top 8 athletes with the most points is the top 8 athlete that goes to the finals. And then whoever win the finals win the trophy and the cash prize.
I agree with that though.
But it's a stupid rule because that wasn't the case
Yeah,
before.
no.
It was who win the most meat on the circuit.
Because if I go to the finals and I'm in 8th, just because I win the final mean I win everything?
Yeah. You know what it's like? I'm going to draw a parallel. Remember a particular season it was formerly known as the Red Stripe Premier League, where I believe a team came about 6th, and the team that finished 1st in the playoff actually ended up winning the entire competition.
Right. All right.
I believe it was Umberlands against. I believe it was Arnett or Portman, one of the two. And Umberland finished 1st in the points-based system. While when he went to playoff, it was Arnett who actually got the victory overall.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, the reason for the revamp of the Diamond League, right? The reason why they revamp it because they realized that a lot of the top athletes were pulling out of the final meet of the season, right? So they wanted all top athletes to be at the final stage of the Diamond League, because if some athletes win the Diamond League trophy before the final, because first time you could have win the trophy before the final,
Let's pull out.
Yeah.
right?
So
There's no need for you to go to the finals meet in Zurich and actually compete. Right, that used to be the case. So they want every athlete, all top athletes, to be at the final meet, which is why they revamp it that way.
But then, But then
Okay.
Wally and Ryan, if we don't have a problem with the triple jump, we shouldn't have a problem with this either. Because guess why?
Agree.
If I am in a race and I am the eighth fastest qualifier, I make the final. So now my time now for prove myself for go get the gold medal.
Okay, Ken.
But
Touche,
may I use
touche.
phone may I use phone logic, right?
Yeah, man,
So
touche. I'm
now
say touche. I get to answer.
all right.
But we kind of straight off track, so let's get back on track. No,
Mhm.
Wally is one of them that says that 10.49 is no mean feat, and it's hard for an athlete to actually get that. No, as I said before, the conditions today were perfect for Elena. She decided that she would actually run a good race in terms of there was a positive 1.7 win behind her, so that would actually push them more. So, well, you think this record is out of her reach, and we should just stop with this world record talking, or you think that it's within range, but just not yet?
I have said it before, and I'll say it again. The person to break the 100, worse the 200, worse the 400-meter record, no born yet. What people don't understand is that athletics is not like mathematics, right? Where you look and you say, okay, well, if she run 10.54, no, and she look, this is always the argument. Boy, she look like she have more in her. These generic terms that have no basis in data. Boy, she look like she have more in her. Therefore, she can break the world record. No, it just to put it in context, right? Usain Bolt, when he ran the Olympic record and at the time the world record 9.63 in 2008, he celebrated, quite prematurely, and everyone saw that and said, yes, he's going to break the world record, right? 2009, 1 year later, he did. The margin between those two, where he looked like he had a lot in 2008 and in 2009, where he went full tilt, was only 500ths of a second.
No, it
Don't
was
agree with that. Don't agree with
9.69.
that.
9.69 versus 9.58 is
It was
0.11.
11. It was 969. It wasn't
Yeah.
963. Remember that
it
it
was a
was
963.
remember it was what 2012 that he actually ran the
969 to
963.
yeah.
Yeah. In
And
Also,
2008,
point
oh
and
my
point
bad.
one one and
969,
point
man.
one one is a lot.
Right.
plus, remember that he moved
So
from 972 to 969 to 958.
Yeah.
right. So between 963 and 958, right? The
What was the
fastest
nine?
time.
What 963 we're talking
No,
about
listen,
here?
listen, Wally. It was
Mhm.
969 at
9. Yeah.
2008.
Yes.
No, 2009 it was 958. It was at
9.58.
2012
Yeah.
Olympics that he ran the 9.63.
In the London Alpine.
Right. So I'm saying. Okay. So I'm mixing up the events.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that in when he ran 9.58, right? His next best time was 9.63, which is
Mhm.
500ths of a second difference. What you're asking Elaine, what persons are asking Elaine Thompson to do, right? Because the difference between
seconds.
10.54, right? It's 500ths of a second as well.
500 of a
So,
second, yeah.
so you're asking her, having gone 10.61, performed maximally, and gone 10.54, you're asking her to go another 500ths of a second to equal, not even break, to equal the world record. That is just something that is
Okay.
just too
All right.
much.
Yes,
It's
before
just,
you go,
it's too much for her to do. Remember, outside with all the persons who have the speculations about Flojo's time. It's not even the drugs they make reference to, it's the wind reading. Several accounts indicate that the reading was 4 meters per second. 4 meters per second. So you're asking Elaine Thompson to having reached her apex at this particular juncture, to take off 500 of a second, and to also overcome an illegal tailwind. This is just
All right.
not a rational
all right.
position.
Right.
Let
Before
me
let me ask Wally one question. Wally, what was the win reading behind Elaine 10.54 on Saturday?
Not sure, but I think it's
Well,
on
if you
one
check
point. I think it's 0.3 or something like that.
No, it
it
was
was not?
zero. It was 0.9. It was 0.9.
Oh, so 0.9, and if you have 1.7, don't you expect that could have pushed her way further?
No,
Because if you
remember,
no, no, no,
up until
but look at it, look at it. If you can run 10.54 with just a 0.9 tailwind behind you, don't you think that if you get a 1.7 to a 1.9, that can actually give you that 5 seconds that you're looking for, right? 6 seconds.
no, but all
1
right,
0.
here. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. I think what you're saying about no bar and yet answer that
That's
is
absolute
very,
madness. That's
yeah,
madness.
because
That's madness.
3 months ago, just 3 months ago,
Yeah.
we would have
Yeah.
all thought 10.6, people running 10.6 for fun now was unfathomable
It
because the
worse
standard,
10.5.
huh?
I mean, I said worse 10. If you tell Wally say
Not
Elaine would
even
have
gonna
run
go there. We're not even gonna go
10.54,
there, sir. I'm not
he
even
would
gonna
have
go
said
there.
madness.
We're just gonna work with the 10.6 because people are them two they are running for fun now, as it seems. So to say the person not born yet when you're only behind by less than 0.1 second, that's very silly statement to make, if I'm going to be
So
honest.
is it also silly for the 200 and 400?
What about the 2
Well,
and 4?
Wally, the 200 is
Or
far away
is it
more
also
difficult.
silly for the 200 and
Come
400?
on, Wally.
Well,
When
I
you look
thought
at
we were
things,
talking about the 100 here. I
No,
don't
but
Wally,
understand.
I spoke about 3
no,
events.
no, we don't care
And
what you talk
also,
about. The
No,
question is
you're
100.
conflating everything into one here now.
and also Ryan, right? Just to back up one of the points that Ryan said, which was unheard of. I know that Jamaican people don't really like Shakari, right? But it was unheard of a few years ago for a 19-year-old to run 10.7. Right? That was like unheard of. For a 19-year-old to run 10.75
Exactly.
seconds in 100 meters.
Exactly. But
It has never
so
happened
here,
before.
so check me out, right, Levon. As me telling you, like, if remember, I know Elaine PB before was 10.71. See?
Yeah.
If I had tell Wally say, boy, Elaine I go cut down that 10.71 to 10.54, Wally would have tell me say me crazy, me this and me that, right? And Wally, I'm not really sure you really based on how you talk, I think you still a live in a
Bro,
1980s and them time there.
yeah,
Like with
Ken,
the
I don't know if you were on the program when we were talking about it. Why is it that the athletes are not running 10.6? You remember, Levon, it was just a few months
yeah,
ago. We
yeah,
were
yep,
but
having the
exactly.
exact
I
I
remember
conversation.
want
now
and I
when I
want
said it to you about Shelly. Remember I said it with Shelly that why she can't break the 10.7 barrier in terms of going out to
Yeah,
yep,
10.6.
yep,
yeah,
Here we are.
yep. I wonder what was Wally analysis. Let me go look up that video. I wonder what
yeah, we need
Wally
to dig up that
analysis
video
was
now.
at that point in time, right? Because I know he must sing in a different tune, but as I always say, hindsight is 2020, right? But like back then to know these coaches have so much stuff working with, like the best trainers, the best equipment, the best medicine, the best vitamin. Like there's so much things working in their favor. I really don't think 10.49 is a really a hard time to break. Honestly, probably the
So
400 because we have
so hold
no.
on. Let me just ask a question. So
Yes, sir.
when did this advancement in it and all of these things that are available to coaches, when did that period start? Yesterday?
When did that period start? That's a
Yeah,
good
yesterday.
question. But then it improved. The thing is it improves every year. Just like with Bolt, right? When Bolt just come on the scene again, Bolt first 100 meter, Bolt run 10.01, right? 10.01 him run, and then him cut down that 10.01 there to 9
9.7.
point something. Yeah,
9.7.
yeah,
Okay.
9.72. Yes. So just like that, as we tell you before, like with advanced technology, with advanced medicine, with advanced doctors, with advanced massage, you have a little massage, you have a lot of things available to you that wasn't available to you in a Flojo time, wasn't available to you in a Merlin time. So as you see, the times will continue to get faster and faster and faster. As again, only 2 people are run 10.6 right now, but trust me, give it some more time, give it another 2 years, 3 years, 10.6 are gonna start become the norm. I just saw it.
Wally, if you had said what you said a while ago about it being the person born yet, if you had said that 3 months ago, I'd be saying, yeah, what you said sound like it makes sense.
So
But
so
not
so
when you see people running 10.6 and 10.5.
so tell me, Kens, when it will go break this year or next year? Tell me when it will go break. Tell me when it will go break.
All right. So if you want me to tell you that's an absolute, I cannot tell you an absolute because I'm not the one doing it.
But you are
But I
saying it
can
will
tell
be
you.
broken. It will be broken in the
Wally,
next.
Okay.
I'm giving you
Wally,
a lot of latitude.
Wally, I
All
say
right,
next.
Next 2 to 3 years.
I say
No,
next
it
year
will-
at Eugene.
it will be broken. Yeah, it will be broken between now and 2022. Between that, it will be
Okay,
broken.
okay,
And
okay.
Stick up in as well, Wally. Producer, wants something?
Yeah, but
Right.
also something to Wally, because in a some way I'm trying to understand what Wally's saying, but this is where I would go as far as Wally. As Elaine is concerned, right? If Elaine don't break that world record by 2024, the Paris Olympics, then it's going to take another person to break it.
Yeah.
Because I think their
I
best
think
shot
I agree with
is Eugene.
But Wally, to answer the question that you asked also, the 400 meter, I believe that record will be broken.
You're
Believe
mad.
it will.
No,
Listen,
you're mad. You're
Wally,
mad.
listen to me now, Wally. Listen.
what's
The
the
400
record
meter
for the
world record is
400?
47. It is 47.60. Salwahid Nasser has gone 48.14.
Hold on,
You have
what's that record again? What's the 400 record again?
Marita Koch.
Man, Marita Koch,
use Wally West's argument
4760.
But Wally, listen about
argument on him.
which one?
Use Wally West's argument on him regarding the 400 meter. Going by Wally West's argument, right?
Mhm.
Anyhow, the IWF, if the IWF did allow those 2 African runners to compete in the 400
Well, on the boss
meter,
man, why
remember
you
that
rush?
Wally West said
Easy, no man.
Alright.
Let me build up my argument, you know. All right, Wally. So as just point out Nasir. Nasir born 1998, so she's currently 23 years old, right? Then you look down further and you see Shana Miller Weibo. She has run 48.36. She's 27. Then you look down further down the list and you see surname Mary Lady Pino from Dominica. She born 96, so she's 25. Now we look at these 2 athletes from Namibia. You're looking at Christine Mbomo, 18 years old, 49.22 already. So imagine if they going by your narrative, you know, remember that you said they should allow these athletes to compete, right? So if we allow these 2 18-year-olds to compete who are running 49 with ease, you're telling me that you don't think these athletes stand a chance of getting closer and closer to that record or getting that record?
No, because I keep telling you that track and field is not linear. You can't say because we've seen it over and over and over. We have seen athletes that have shown promise and later on they peter out. You don't say okay because you run this time at 19, therefore you're going to run X time at 25. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. What you need to do if you watch a documentary on Marita Koch, that was literally a man running a woman's race, 47.60. Just look at
you want 2 more men to run in a woman's race.
And that year comes
no, man, because of doping. Because of doping. So that record will definitely not go. It will not go.
All right, Wally. So listen, at any point in time, you thought you would have 2 men running 45. One man running 45.9 and one running low 46 in 400 meter hurdle. You ever thought of seeing that happening in front of your eyes?
No, no,
Okay.
And one was that record was a harder record to break than Mario Kart.
no. But hold on, no. The difference is what you need to do is look at the gap between Marita Koch's time and the next best time, and then look at Warholm's time and the next best time, and that will let you understand the magnitude
All
of
right.
that time.
Let's do the calculation, right? Let's do the calculation.
Would that be his time? The two, his time and the next best time?
Hold on, Ryan. So, well, let's do the calculations. I believe Warham time is what, 45.94,
Right.
and Kevin Young record was what, 46.7. I mean 46.70.
Mhm.
Yeah, I believe that was his time, right? So
6.70, and it was deep, untouchable.
So look at that. How much is that in terms of a gap? Thousands of seconds.
Give me back the times.
So 45.94 vis-a-vis 46.70. So that sounds like 76 in a sense to me.
Hold on. When Kevin Young got that record?
Who? Karsten?
When did Kevin Young get that record?
It's a long time ago. I don't quite remember when it was. Josh, you recall?
Yeah, I'm checking it.
Because
Right. So the gap in the time is 0.76 seconds. Do it for Marita now.
Yeah. So give me a sec. So that's 47.60 in comparison to 48.14. That sounds less to me. That sounds like 54 if I stand corrected. That sounds like a 0.54 seconds. So that is way shorter than Warholm.
And Young record.
But Levan, one thing you have to understand though, remember 0.54 for women and 0.54 for men are two different 0.54.
Exactly.
No,
Ryan.
but all right, look, Ryan. Remember
Exactly.
that Kevin Young time was seen as untouchable in the boss.
Remember, Kevin Young has a time from 1992. It was
Because I remember watching Kevin Young run, so I was wondering when he do that.
And also,
I was young that time.
let's look at this now, Ryan. Remember that when he's talking about catching and say that was whatever that athlete was, even though they represented the country that I really like. But I mean, look at Masilingi and Mboma. You said that you said that is manly, so I'm not saying that these two athletes are manly. However, don't you think that their high testosterone level can actually get them up to that level?
No, because we saw Tina Clayton demolish Masalingi in the 100
Oh,
meter.
come on, Wally. That's shorter. That's
100.
That's 100, Wally. Come on.
So shouldn't he give them an advantage there? That's
That's the same reason why the governing body said they can run certain races and not some.
So by that reasoning, then they shouldn't get into the elite times with the 200 if that is the rationale. They shouldn't get
the 200 is longer than the 100, Wally. Come on.
No. You can't be arguing all over the place. You can't be saying no. You can't be arguing all over the place. You can't be saying that the testosterone doesn't give the advantages in the sprints. But when I point to her being demolished, she said, "Boy, well, the 100 is not really the sprint. It's more the 200." Make up your mind.
Wally, look at it.
No, but you have to tell the governing body the same thing. You have to tell them something all over the place too, because they make this decision, based on their findings that if it is that you have certain level of testosterone, you are allowed to run shorter events or shorter events. So they were the ones who made the decision.
Right.
Let me point out something to you as well.
So we just went off the decision that they made,
You just brought up one of those athletes. I believe it was either Mboma or Masilingi. You see that 4x100 meter that Jamaica ran the record, the under 20. You know that on her leg, she ran 9.86 as her splits.
So me not understand. So how is it when I mentioned her being demolished?
Huh?
What leg she ran?
Anchor.
Oh, okay. If it was the back stretch,
so Wally, what you should factor in, Wally, is that remember that you tend to go faster from a standing position than actually coming out of the block, and that is their downfall.
Yes,
Notice
they
even in the
don't
200
very
meter.
slow.
In the 200 meter, even at Olympics, remember that she was way behind the field, and it was as the race tend to go on further, you see she start to catch up with the rest of the athlete when she finished second. So you have to factor in that from a standing position, it's easier for them to bolt off rather than them to start out of the block, knowing that they're slow from out of the blocks.
And that's what will give her the clear advantage in the 400, which is why they banned her from the 400 meter. Because they realize that the longer the event is the faster that she is going to go.
Yeah, because them testosterone kick in like nitro.
And it gives them more energy, so they're able to continue at a fast speed.
So you guys' argument is that these girls should not run.
No.
For right now, Wally, as I said, it's a tedious
Right?
I am not sure where I stand because I don't know the dynamics of it. I am still trying.
That's where I'm at as well. I'm right in the middle right now.
But Wally West, this is what I am
over the last few weeks or so, I've been asking people about the whole situation because I don't understand.
What you say regarding Mboma, right? She's going to break that 200 meter record by Flojo.
What?
It is going to happen. She will break that 200 meter record. It's going to create chaos.
Yeah, man, he said it, man.
She's going to break it. There's no way to 18-year-old can run
21.8. That is what Wally not listening to.
18-year-old running 21.8 and not going to break the record at 21.34 and she's only 18 years old.
Hold on. When you say?
She's going to break it within the next 7 years. By the time she's 25.
No, by that time, the government body will make a decision.
Hold on, what's the 200 meter record?
Age 25, she's going to break that record.
Yeah, what's the menu?
Oh, Lord.
What's
the menu?
What's the 200 meter record?
The 200 meter record is 21:34.
She have the junior record. The senior record as well.
So that's what you're saying can be broken, really?
Yeah, that's what Wally's saying.
Yeah.
What's the record at 20 point something? Come on.
No, man, 21.34.
Who can break it? Who can break it?
Wally. So, all right. So remember, just ask the question, Wally. When those records are broken, right? What are you going to say? But let's just put it. What are you going to say? The records are broken. All right. Let's say the records are broken now. Come on now and tell us. Show us what would you say?
No. What you must do, the ball is in my court. The records aren't broken. What you must do?
No, Wally. Hypothetical speaking.
When time goes on and it isn't broken, what will you say?
Wally, we're now in the lab. We're right now in the lab. So while we're in the lab, now we're creating a hypothetical situation that we're going to create an experiment. And so no.
Yes. Records are broken.
Just let it diffuse. Give us some osmosis for it to happen. Come on.
Yes. Show us now how would you.
Firstly, if Elaine is the one that breaks the record, I would be the 100 meter record. I would be absolutely elated. And whatever.
What will you say to us? What will you say to us?
I was wrong. Simple. I was wrong.
Yeah, Wally, I want to ask you a question, right? If Mboma breaks the 200 meter record, right? Will you call for her to still compete?
Of course. Why are you punishing some? All right. Hold on up. We have this false notion of a level playing field, right? When Usain Bolt has a genetic
false equivalent. So come on.
He has a genetic innate superior.
You have more testosterone than you're supposed to have as a man.
Advantage. What?
You have more testosterone because I was told that if you're too tall, you can't run 100 meter. So what? You're fine.
Regarding physical attributes versus testosterone level in the body, that's a wide gap. That's not a comparison. Testosterone in the body, these
false equivalence.
It is not a false equivalent. It is not a false equivalent.
Because their person
What is it? Anatomically, what is it that determines speed? It is the fast twitch muscles and the configuration of them. You think everybody has that same
We're
anatomical
talking about
configuration?
you're comparing muscles and testosterone, Wally.
Come on,
Aren't
Wally.
they natural? Aren't they
Come
natural?
on. Come
Aren't
on.
they natural?
That is like because people body make up different. We see it in football. So people get injured more than others. Some don't get injured. It's just your makeup on your body. But we're talking about
Exactly, and it is the makeup of
we're
your
talking about
body.
testosterone now.
No.
Versus
But what ways? You know why that
we're
argument is
comparing
flawed?
testosterone.
All right.
Testosterone that is
All right.
innate. That is
I mean,
innate.
Wally, so you know why that argument is entirely flawed? Because guess what? If you were saying that physical attributes, right? What would countries like America do, right? Is look for all the tallest persons, right? To run the 100 meters.
No,
right?
but
But they
those
don't.
are-
But guess what? When athletes want to run faster, they don't look for tall persons. What they do is take testosterones, right?
No,
They really
no.
want to run faster against the odds.
So let me
Wally,
explain.
remember-
Right? Nobody's
No.
using particular attributes to run faster in that regard.
No. But Josh Card, you are. I. The problem. Why Usain Bolt is a genetic freak is because and you can look for the documentaries. What Usain Bolt has that no other person has is that he has the height of a tall person, the stride length of a tall person, but the cadence of a short person, right? Nobody else has that. So it's not just the fact that he's tall, why he was able to do what he was able to do. It is because he has the short man, the cadence
All
of a
right.
short person.
Okay.
With his
Okay.
stride.
And then
Hold on.
Shelly said that, oh, I do not have the best technique. So
So let me ask you. Hold on there. Wally,
what
let me answer your question.
How does that refute
Wally,
the
so
point?
No,
Okay,
because
let me
you're
ask
saying
you a
that
question.
you said has all of these things, so it gives him a big advantage, which is not comparative to what we were discussing anyway.
And
No,
right, and that's
no,
not
Wally.
true. It doesn't give
Wally.
you a big advantage though, because both start the blocks out of the box very slow. So there's
Exactly.
actually
Yeah.
a disadvantage.
So what you're arguing? So what you're arguing? So what you're saying is that Usain Bolt talent is just the same as everyone else.
No. Let me ask you a
No,
question.
Wally, and that is the mistake
Come
you're
on,
making.
Wally.
We are not talking about talent. We're talking
Let me ask
about
a question. So let me
your
ask you a question.
testosterone level.
All right, Ken,
Wally,
shoot.
let me ask you a question. So let's say Bolt never trained as hard as he did, right? Let's say he's tall, he's fast twitch, so he's genetically a freak. He's the only person who has that. So he no need for train as hard, probably one time a week.
Yeah, man, do a Michael O'Hara.
Would he still come forward and produce these times? Let me just answer that.
But
Nope.
obviously not. But that
All right,
what
so-
does that have to do with the what does that have
No,
to what does that have to
let
do
me
with the
show you.
discussion at hand?
And now I'm going to show you
It
what I
have more to do with it
discussion.
than you were
Because-
going together.
Because
No,
you are
this is not the
discrediting.
point. We lose you.
Wally, remember talking general. My thing is, you right now you are discrediting Usain Bolt's training. You are discrediting
No,
all of
I'm
that.
not. No, I
Yes,
am
you are
not.
because
No,
saying
you
the
are
reason.
making that inference. I am not.
Well, that is what I get from what you're saying because you're
Oh,
saying if
so
this man is
say
so.
that. So
you
say
saying this man
that.
is.
Say
you're-
that.
Hold on, Wally. You're saying this man is so gifted. This man is so tall. This man has fast twitch. This man is genetically unsound. There's nobody like him. So you're discrediting all the hard work that this man put in to be as great as he is. That is what you are doing.
No, that
That's
is
what
what
we
you think I am doing. Follow the
Well,
line of argument.
All right.
Follow
Hold on,
line.
Wally. Levon, am I the only person who get that from what I must say? Probably me done. So
No,
help me out.
that was what I was getting from it as well. That's
That's
how it
all
came
me I get
across.
from it. Because you are telling me that you are basically discrediting Usain Bolt's hard work, saying that the reason why he's so good is because he's gifted and he has
Yeah, man,
fast
have the short man genetics
and the
and all of
short
that.
man cadence and all them stuff with it. No, he's good because obviously him train hard and he work hard.
So
That's why I made the Shelly point, because Shelly says she don't have the greatest attributes of a sprinter, but she trained hard and to work on her flaws and what have you.
So Usain Bolt is the athlete that trains the hardest in the history of
Wally,
men's.
No, Wally, nobody is getting at that, Wally.
Exactly.
He's getting at that, Wally.
So
Remember,
what is it? What is it that has caused Bolt to run 9? If Bolt is not the athlete that has trained the hardest in history, yet
So,
he
Wally,
has been able to, on multiple occasions, take a tenth of a second off the 100 and 200. No more something beyond training cause that.
so Wally, let me
You
ask you a
don't say
question.
no, Wally.
Let me ask you a question now, Wally.
Right.
No, you have to train to reach us anyway.
So, Wally, let me ask you a question.
We're not saying no to that.
The other day, right? A lot of people beat him and saying dunce. Lamela Ball came out with a statement the other day and said that students don't need to go to school because education is on everything. See, but you can get a talent, right? However, if you don't actually train with that talent, do you think that that talent will become fruitful?
No, but that is not the argument that I am making. What
But
I am
that's
saying.
as I keep on saying, well, that's what you keep on coming across.
No.
Hold on, Levon. Hold on, Levon. I see a man named Leon Price say, both not like train. Like, and again, these people are people who don't know now. They just hear it out the road and just come. Let me tell you something about Usain Bolt. Nobody, you Usain Bolt come out and fool you. Me don't know nobody when during Bolt prime. I
When
personally
in
don't know
season,
nobody
but,
will train. Me don't know nobody will train harder than Bolt.
but
Nobody
he
at
says
all.
it a lot, Kems, and documentaries and whatever. So once it's season, he's
So,
in he
so I don't know
just
what.
he just locked
I
in
mean,
training.
I'm gonna tell you, no, if you really ask any track and field athlete, no track and field athlete loves to train. Nobody not like train. It's hard work. A whole heap of vomiting, whole heap of cramps, whole heap of tired nights, whole heap of can't bother. But you know, I just something you have to do in your career, right? But Wally, again, nobody is saying that okay, him now have some physical attribute, but you seem like, and this is what we are getting, that you attribute everything to that and
But
very little to
at
the
no
training that he
point did
get.
I say that.
All right, so hold on a second, Wally.
Let me
Hold on
go
a second,
again.
Wally.
Let me go
Hold on
again.
a second. Hold on a second, Wally. So I have to conclude this topic for tonight. So I have two topics on that I keep on going across. I'm going to let you have the final say now, Wally. Don't beat yourself, man. I'm going to let you have the final say, but I have to conclude this topic because I really want to get across the next topic quickly before the show conclude. But yeah, finish up, Wally. I'm going to let you have the last say on this because we're going to continue it at some point.
What I'm saying is that there are two factors that cause you to excel: the work that you put in and your innate abilities.
You just
No,
mentioned that.
but I just said that. I've been saying that. But when you talk about the athletes that perform at the highest level, the world record holders, the ones who are in the upper echelon of sports, it is not hard work can carry you there. You have to have that innate talent that separates you from everybody else. When you look at all the all-time greats, the LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers.
What does Tom Brady have? What Tom Brady have?
What do you
Tom
mean?
Brady was Tom
What
Brady
do
was
you-
a scrub. Tom Brady was a scrub in a college. The 199 pick. What kind of why him have? No, just tell
he
me why him have.
he
Hey,
he
we can't really talk about this because Demo up on the next line and wait,
All
but
right,
we pick it up another day.
What we continue? What
All
we
right,
continue?
what West point though regarding all this that is pointing out, it doesn't happen in athletics always. Bolt is the first that we have seen in a long while. It doesn't.
What do you mean?
Remember Asafa at the Royal Record at one time. What physical attributes?
And Asafa is sprinting perfection. You hear all the person say that.
It's hard work. Asafa is an example of hard work.
Yeah, man, it's just like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes,
That man is years of
Hard work can't make you run 9-7 multiple times. Hard work can't make you do that.
Wally,
What
hard
was
work,
it?
man.
Can I give me 3 athletes in the men's 100 meter?
Hard work, hard work alone can't. Which one?
Hard work alone can't get you there, so.
Okay, but you said that.
All right, so we have to move on to the next topic because Dima has been waiting for a while. Because producer.
What gets you there, Wally West, is hard work and the best coaches in the world.
Okay, no talent. You don't need to have talent.
Gladys Furner is coaching women's out there. You're talking about the international, and international, that will beat our 100 meter females.
All right, so we're not going to leave from that track and field
Big up,
discussion.
big up.
Remember, we have two discussion ongoing. Remember that GOAT debate and then this. We're going to take up these two debates down the line, and I'm going to have it as a debate with you guys amongst each other. But
I see that, man.
yeah, so CPL has started and it has started with a bang. And I'm sure that a lot of fans are happy because guess what? TKR started off with a loss. Guyana Amazon Warriors, they got a victory there and today. And even though they were a headache because they did some things that I wasn't really happy about in terms of their batting order and all of that. But Demo, you have seen the action so far. What do you make of the Guyana Amazon Warriors performance earlier?
Big up everybody in the comments, and big up the panelists and everybody. All right, so first of all, I wore this jersey. This is a cricket jersey where we just play against some of these guys in the CPL right now. M Raja won and Rutherford are next one. So big up them gone back home, gone make some money. So today the thing is 142 on that pitch. It seems so modest. Like it's a modest total, and like nobody could come to grips with the pitch. But when you come over here, so it's like it's all about dynamics and diameters and all of these things when it comes to the pitch. Because one side, like you have.
Alright, Dima, hold on a second. You have a fan?
Oh, you hear the fan?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it on. So
alright, yeah, man, go ahead.
You have one long side of the pitch, right? And then everywhere else short. And so for right-handers, it's hitting to the shorter side, and then the left-handers, if them don't switch in, have to hit to the longer side most of the times. And so I think that's why when the Amazon Warriors were batting, like all of these right-handers, they must say no. Because if you notice, Puran come batter like 7 or something like that, because they were sending the right-handers to hit to the shorter side of the ground. And I think that kind of messed up the flow of the game. So Brandon King and Emerald started, and I thought that they were pretty decent. I mean, Emerald get off a bit and he out early. I think I have a problem with Odin Smith coming at you.
No. I never had a problem with him because actually he did a good job coming up there.
Yes.
But, what I'm saying though, Dimo, where I'm thinking, would you say that you defeat yourself when you're playing the game when you have it in your mindset that one side is shorter than one, so you defeat the whole purpose of actually just batting accordingly?
Exactly, boss. And so that I think they got away with this game, to be honest. But every minute you see them walk across feet to the shorter side of the boundary, and you see Hekmaya try this reverse scoop to the leg to the side where the short boundary is. And I mean, I guess you can't wrong them, but if the thing is in your arc and you back yourself, I'm sure you'll clear the boundary, as you saw Hekmaya doing at the back end of the innings against Seals. But I thought they started off bowling well, because his first 3 overs he was spot on, and you can tell that he just came off a test match because he was hitting the line and lane perfect, swinging the ball away. And for me, the pitch was doing a little of everything. It takes seam, it takes swing, and then when the spinners them come on, it takes spin as well. And
also as a batsman, if you applied yourself properly on the pitch, there was something in it for you as well. So all around the pitch was offering everything.
Exactly, and I don't know who the groundsmen are, but them create the perfect pitch for a 2020 game. And I just think that because of the mindset thing at the shorter sides and especially straight down the ground, them just put themselves in our box. And so 142 for me was not a good score. It was moderate. And by the way, Puran never out, and nobody now go see it yet, but me did see it from it happen. Puran was not out because Bravo touched the boundary before him threw up the ball, but nobody never.
Yeah, I saw it, man. I actually zoomed in on the picture to actually see it.
Yeah, I mean, like, nobody now make no big deal, and so they could have probably get more runs because that would have been 6, and then obviously Puran would have keep on a bat. So we don't know what, but it turned out in the end that boy TK are flattered to deceive. I don't know if they're playing a batsman shot, because obviously Narayan is there as a pinch hitter, and it send down Udana for batter like number 8. So if Narayan never do that, it would have been a number 7. And it seems like they're missing something. Like they come out for bat, and when you think about it, they were like 52 after the power play. So they start off good. But then once them spinners come in, Odin Smith and Romario Shepherd, once they came in as well, it's like I did not expect Odin Smith to bowl so good. Like, honestly, may I tell you the truth, I never expect him to just come and bowl so good. Neither Shepherd, because Shepherd has come back off a horrible season. Back in last year, he was traveling.
And then he was making runs because he went to New Zealand and he got a century and stuff. But he
Yeah.
wasn't bowling well. So I was shocked that he came back and he bowled so well. And then, I mean, TKR, they struggled. The only person who seemed to get a hang of the pitch was Hetmeyer, and even him did kind of scratchy. Like, he even get dropped by Simmons, who never seemed like he was in the game today. Dropped a catch, some misfield, and then when he go back, he was terrible. So, well done to the Guyana team, and boy, I hope TKR will come back strong because he don't look ready yet.
Okay. Ryan, so there's a game currently going on with the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. They were struggling earlier on at what? I believe it was like 30 for 4, I believe. I stand corrected, but I believe they last 4 quick wickets. But Sheffield Rutherford and Dwayne Bravo steadied the ship. They carried them far away, and they ended up with a decent total. Now, currently, Barbados is what, 74 for 4. I'm not sure what was the final score for St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, Dino.
I think they got 174. The other team on 175.
Okay, so looking at that, Ryan. So actually, they got 175. So looking at that, I think that the Barbados Royal can actually get these runs, knowing that they have lost 4 wickets already.
Well, runs on the board. When you have runs on the board, it's a different ball game you're playing as opposed to setting runs. So it depends on how they pace the rest of their innings and decide to go at the depth, and if they have wickets in hand and so forth. So it's a different ball game when you're actually chasing and you have lost your top order.
So as it stands, I believe Hope is on 26, and he's joined by Azam Khan, a big hitter. I like him as a player. I think he can do a thing. But looking at this Barbados Royals, a lot of people have them as arguably the most balanced team in the competition in terms of their batting and their bowling. Are you impressed by their squad that they assembled, Ryan?
I remember when the draft was done, I thought I had them as one-off, but I haven't looked back at it since because I don't retain all the names offhand as it stands right now. So as the tournament progresses, I will give it a look back and watch the games to see how each squad play out and make a decision from there. But I think I recall having them as one of the most balanced squads in the tournament.
All right. Dima, looking at these two teams, first up, the problem for St. Kitts Nevis Patriots over the years has always been them losing wickets earlier on, and Chris Gayle never fired to the hide, and as a matter of fact, none of the top order actually fired.
Yeah.
So looking at it from that standpoint, you think that it will be the Achilles heel of them this season?
No, I actually don't. And the thing is, by the way, Barbados can't get their runs here. It's done. But the St. Kitts team, like, I think they have the most balanced team in the competition, and I think that's why they're seen as one of the favorites, because Gayle never get off, Lewis never get off, and that pickup for Bravo, like Trinidad could have used a Dwayne Bravo right now. I can tell you that they could really use him right now, because that pickup that they got, it just strengthened the man in batting. Because Bravo can come at number 4 or whatever if they lose quick wickets, and obviously Fabian Allen at the back end will get your runs, and so them top heavy. And them set in the middle. Obviously, Rutherford make runs today. I guess he's continuing his form from here in the States, because the last time I saw him, he got 74 from 30 balls. So he's in good form. And so it seemed like they're the team to beat right now, especially with TKR losing. Barbados team, they have so many top order batsmen. Like, we don't know how they're going to make this work. Like Hope, Phillips, Johnson Charles, all 3 guys open. And then you have Azam and Myers and Jason Hole. I don't know how they're going to make it work. I don't think the bowling is all that special either. And so I don't see them progressing far.
Stick up in, isn't the St. Kitts Nevis and Patriots that actually got the Lintott guy from England?
Who?
Lintott. He's a slow left-arm spinner. He bowls similar to Tabrez Shamsi. Last night I was discussing it and I forgot. But I believe it's them. I see if actually them have him, I see them as the champions, because man, that man is deceptive as Shamsi.
Well,
he might leak runs here and there, but when it comes on to his getting wickets, he's a go-to guy. I saw him in the 100 tournament and he was a monster, man. But one player that I want to look at is O'Shane Thomas. Again, run scared as always, but guaranteed wickets and what? I believe he got 3.
Yeah, I don't know what possessed the man tonight, boss.
Pretty much like 40 or something.
22, 3 for
3 for
22.
22.
Like the man was the most
That's
impressive
not
bowler.
normal.
I don't know what happened tonight. Obviously, in bowl some no ball and stuff same way. But I don't know what possessed him. Like I said, the pitch was offering bounce and everything same. And under the lights, it a skid through. And you know him quick. Like he was bowling the quickest of everybody else. You know what I mean? But boy, and he got Chris Gale again. And it's just at first, man, I said, O'Shane Thomas bowl like that. I was very surprised. Very. Everybody else struggled, but he bowled really well.
So you weren't on the show when we were actually previewing it last night, Demon. What do you think of the Jamaica squad? Because I think they are arguably the weakest team in the competition.
I am definitely not a Talawas fan. I don't know. May I go to St. Kitts or something? I don't know what kind of draft they do. It's horrible. Compared to everybody else, it's terrible. I don't know what that is.
As I pointed out, if you look at Glenn Phillips, Glenn Phillips was your leading run scorer for what? I believe it was 3 seasons back to back.
3 seasons thereabout, yeah.
Yeah, and then you get rid of Glenn Phillips and you brought in Hyder Ali. I mean, Hyder Ali is a big hitter, yeah, and he can do a thing, but he's no Glenn Phillips in terms of consistency.
Glenn Phillips is consistently, yeah. You're getting 40s and 50s and 60s consistently from Glenn Phillips.
Well, it's a horrible draft for the Talawas. I see them, they're not getting anywhere.
I don't know. Maybe 5th or 6th. I don't see them going playoff.
But Ryan, you think it's the case that Talawas probably need a change of ownership?
I don't know. They need a change of something. I don't know if it's ownership or what, because when they had the ownership, they have had this ownership from when, and we were winning. We won. How much we won again?
I believe it's 2.
I think we did win 2 back to back. So?
Yeah, I think it's 2. Yeah. So it's 2.
Yeah. So I'm not sure I could put the blame at the ownership's foot.
No, but I've heard it over the years, man. I believe it was either 2 seasons ago that the owners wanted in some particular players that the coaching staff never necessarily agree with. But you know that when it comes down to ownership and things like that, they're the ones that have the final say.
Oh, okay. I know that the Florida base, I don't know what their cricket base is.
But honestly, they have a poor team, man. I can't see where the strength is in.
But over the last 3 years, we have been going down. It's just because poor teams have to go to the playoff. Why it seems as if we were doing something, but we have been drifting down the table steadily.
Stick up in Dorian. Don't refer to them as we. They're not based in Jamaica. They're just a franchise that is somewhere around in the region. But I mean,
when they get a chance, brother, just look on the Barbados team, brother. Just look and tell me where you notice. Everybody just big and fat, brother. Like, you don't understand how these guys are professional. Ashley Nurse, Azam Man, all of them. Just look through the team.
Yeah, I've seen it, man, because I was watching I think a series with Pakistan, and I saw the Azam Khan dude. I was like, damn, this dude actually playing international cricket. But I mean, all of them are. It just seems like it's just muscles they're going for, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to struggle too.
Good luck in the field.
No, you took a stunner today. Him can't.
Yeah, I saw it, man. I saw it, man. I believe it was Asif Ali that he actually caught out.
Yeah,
but,
it's like a carnival can catch.
But overall, man, I was just looking forward to having a good tournament, man. I really want to see a lot of these guys, and I hope that Jaden Seals actually shine in the 2020 format, because well, not he's good in the test arena, but in terms of how he's used in the T20, is left up for debate, because I don't particularly like him down at the back end of the innings.
You know, I was looking at some of the India-England match today, and I saw Malan came back, and I was looking at the West Indies team, and I'm saying, why is it that we can't have a more balanced squad in terms of those who play one-day tests and T20 right across formats? Because we only have Jason Holder as the only person who has a 3-format contract. Nobody else. Whereas other teams have their top players playing 2 or 3 of the formats. So why we have man like Andre Russell, who is a bona fide opener, all-rounder, not playing tests. Andre Russell could have
No
been
man,
a good
that
test
man
player.
can't keep up, man. That man can't keep up.
Narayan, you have Narayan who got a 5 wicket now. Was him second test match or so.
Ryan, you're not going to see those men in test arena.
Yeah, I'm just saying why we don't why we have such a big disparity, whereas the other countries, major countries, don't.
More interest. The particular players has more interest in representing their country across all formats. For instance, Jaden Seals, he said that he wants to represent West Indies across all formats. Puran is one that has registered an interest saying that he wants to represent them in all three formats also.
Yeah.
But time will tell us.
Hetmaya.
Hetmaya also.
I remember some years ago, Pollard was saying he wanted to play test as well, but
That
I
man not
don't see
playing.
any indication. I don't see any indication of him taking up first class.
I know this is another time to talk about it, but look out for Evan Lewis in test match because he has indicated that he wanted to play test.
Yeah, I think
For
I
me,
saw that one.
perfect foil with Craig Brathwaite at the top.
But Akil, have a question for us before we close off the show. He's asking, and bring it up. He's saying that if Hope scores 300 plus runs in CPL, would he carry him to the World Cup?
You would have a very good chance of making it because you would need a player like that. So you'd have a very good chance.
And to be honest, I'd probably carry him over Simmons, to be honest.
No, I won't leave out Simmons. Not Simmons. It's either Spiceman or more than likely Spiceman.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Shea Hope over Fletcher.
Yeah, I agree. But this is where we're going to call it a night on the show, and let's just point out that I believe the Barbados team has just lost another wicket, so that makes it even worse for them. But quickly, Dima, anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah, just go watch some Imbo IPL, some CPL. I know a lot of new owners come in and it look like the ICL and a lot of Indian teams name a take over and stuff. But it's still the Caribbean Premier League, still having a lot of fun. And I just want this, like the crop of players here. I mean, we're going to pick them for the T20 World Cup, and I would know once we pick the proper team, we're going to be a very dominant team in the T20 World Cup. So I just want some standouts from the CPL who can probably squeeze in and write their name in the West Indies team.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan, anything you have to say?
Yeah, two things. The India-England series, Joe wrote. People always question his conversion in terms of 50s to 100s, and now he has like what 6 for the year so far.
Yeah, 3 back
and 3 back-to-back. Yeah, so he was always a part of the Fab Four, but now he's showing that he can also convert his 50s. So
Cole is still in that.
That's what I was going to say. Cole is going down while Root is going up.
No, man, Cole is going to come back in a series. It happens. We saw it with Lara. When Lara get bad series, he'll come back in the next one.
Yeah, man. Virat will eventually come back, man. It's just that Virat is not sure about his off stump right now, so keeps on fidgeting outside of it.
Going fishing a lot. And it's CPL. Hopefully by this weekend I can start watching some matches, and I don't really like what the Indian owners have done in terms of, it seems as if we're losing our individuality with the names, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man, the money might invest their money, so they want it to be a brand right across.
Yeah, I understand business and all of that, but
St. Lucia Kings, Rajasthan Royals, Barbados Royals, and then you have the from the long while back, the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Trinbago Knight Riders. So that's why I said that I want a new ownership for the Jamaica team too, man. Let's get in one of the Indians. But
Jamaica in Punjab 11.
No, man, Jamaica Challengers. Just like the Royal Challengers Bangalore, yeah, man. Something like that. But I want to say thanks to all our viewers, all our commenters. You're the one that makes this possible, and it's a pleasure being here with you guys, man. And every night that we share this platform with you guys, we appreciate you, man. I want to say thanks to all our panelists that passed through, Kems and Wally, who abruptly have to leave, and Dimo and Ryan, who are here with me. Well, who are still here with me at this point in time, man. Nevertheless, our producer, Josh Carlo, makes this possible. Big up yourself, boss. And until tomorrow, we will be discussing some EPL football. Stay safe and ensure that you guys stay inside out of this weather, because this weather is getting really damning. A lot of rain, man. So ensure that you stay safe. So as I said, until tomorrow, take care. Peace out.